up, Bulls Nation, and welcome in to CHGO Bulls Pregame, brought to you by PointsBet. Be sure to use that promo code CHGO when you sign up to live your bet life. Live it. What's going on, everybody? I'm Matt Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. That's my friend Big Dave. Follow him on Twitter at BowBWL Sports. That's my friend Will Gottlieb. Follow him at Won't Gottlieb. Follow us collectively at CHGO_Bulls.
Bulls.
Long week, gentlemen. Long week it has been.
It has.
With tip-off times and the results of the games from those late tip-off times.
Yes.
But we have reached Friday. It's our last of this West Coast trip. And that has me in an okay mood. How about you?
I feel great.
Yeah.
I feel really, really good. I'm going to do something today that I usually reserve for playoff games. I'm going to do it today, though.
What are you doing?
What's that?
Guys, it's meathead hours.
Oh.
I'm going full meathead out here today, baby.
Oh,
it is
dear.
meathead
baby.
hours, Will. That is what's going out. Joey, hit me with my sound effect I asked for. I need it. I need it.
Special request.
I need it. I want it. Ooh, yes. Feels good. Oh, it's meathead hours out here, Will.
Prepared today.
Oh, Will, I'm ready, man. It's meathead hours. It will be, all logic will be suspended. And when it comes to this game, the Bulls are winning. That is what's going to happen. The Bulls are going to win this game. I said it. That is what's going to go down. They're going to do it, Will.
Wow. Take cover, everyone. Will, what do you think?
Man, I hope you're right. They need a win here, man. This week has been not good.
Yes.
Started out on Monday with a loss to the Kings. Again, I'll repeat that. A loss to the Kings.
Lost to the Kongs.
2 times.
Kongs. And then Wednesday, I thought they played pretty well for like the first 2.5 quarters, but ultimately just completely fell apart against the Jazz. That's 0 for 2. And today they've got the Suns, who are playing like the best team in basketball, even without Chris Paul. Since their injury, they have the second best net rating in the league. Their net team rating has gone up since his injury. So somehow they are just like a machine and just taking out everybody in their path.
I mean, who needs Chris Paul when you got Campaign?
There it is.
I say that jokingly,
Shout out to
but
Campaign.
in Campaign's last 10 games, he's averaging 10 assists per.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I looked that up today, and I was like, somebody had a typo in the basketball stats department.
Right, clearly.
Nope, it's real.
That's insane.
My goodness. All right, so before we get into this Suns-Bulls matchup, we do have some updates, some game notes we wanted to get to. Will, you were just listening to Billy Donovan pregame. There's some good news and some bad news on the injury front. Let's start with the good news.
Let's start with the good news.
Which is our man Patrick Williams. That's right. I busted out the P-Dub jersey tonight. Could play as soon as Monday.
Could play as soon as Monday. He's full go. No setbacks today for him, which is great news. He played with Windy City in practice. There were some cool videos from the Bulls Twitter account and from the Windy City Bulls Twitter account. You should go check those out. He looked good. He looks happy. He's got some cornrows. Love to see it.
Oh, they look good, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
I'm into it. And yeah, it's looking like he could play. He could play as soon as Monday and Tuesday. Billy did not rule out playing in back-to-backs. Wow. They may have him play with the Windy City Bulls on Sunday, in which case they may rest him on Monday so that he can play Tuesday or some combination of those 3 games.
So you're saying he won't do the triple back-to-back-to-back?
He will not
for
be
the Windy City
partaking.
Bulls and then the big boys.
He will not be partaking in 3 straight games.
How
but
nuts would that be?
Some combination of those 3 is what I would guess. And they'll ease him in, minutes restriction to start, but it's sounding like he's going to be part of the team next week.
But Will, the big question is, how did his thighs look?
Oh, the thighs. Thick thighs save lives, baby.
The young man has some trunks. But, I mean,
So
Big
sturdy.
Dave, did you see the videos that the Bulls put out of Pete Up at practice with Windy City?
Did I?
He looks good.
Listen, that's the one I watched it like 20 times. Him switching hands. And you know why they put that out there. You know it. It's just to let everybody know that wrist is feeling really good and feeling really awesome. Just the pump fake, going to the cup, hit him with the switch hand right there. I loved every second of it. I watched it over and over again. I sent it to many of my friends. I was very, very excited. I'm like, he's playing Monday. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, he's playing Monday.
I think he'll play Monday. That's a
so.
guess,
Love
but
that.
I think that's happening.
All right, now, sadly, there was also bad news from Billy Donovan pregame. Lonzo Ball, give it to us straight, Will.
It's not looking great.
Fantastic.
Give it
Super
to us straight.
duper.
It's not looking great. Billy was very adamant and intentional in saying that there were no setbacks. So that's the good news.
Yes.
The bad news is that they have not been able to ramp him up on schedule with what seems like his return window. So basically what that means is he's not doing any full speed sprinting or jumping or cutting, because every time they try to ramp him up to that level, he starts to feel discomfort from that bone bruise, which they found pre-meniscus surgery. So nothing new has come up in the sense that, like, you know, he hurt it again during their rehab workouts, but he's not responding well to the treatment. And that gives me the sense that, one, that in and of itself kind of seems like a setback to me. I mean, they're not using that term. That's coming from me, but it seems like a setback. And they're going to take the rest of this week and sort of see how he feels. But ultimately, I think there will be a new timeline at the end of next week.
See, I think that's the most interesting part to me is everything you said, and Billy's like, this isn't a setback. It makes it seem like
it feels like a setback, doesn't it?
But
Define setback,
like
Billy.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. You know, so
And I
what
think
do
it's
you make of
because
that?
they're still in that window.
Okay, yeah.
But to me, they haven't been able to ramp up in accordance with what would, you know, allow him to start playing at the end of that window. So to me, it feels like a setback. They're adamant that that's not the case. Can't really stress that enough. He's not saying that it is a setback, but to me, it is looking like end of 8 weeks is not looking super
Because
optimistic.
today is 7 weeks.
Today is 7.
Exactly.
Today is 7
Yes,
weeks.
today is 7.
I don't feel good about any of this, you guys.
Yeah, I think in an
I
ideal
feel very,
world,
very bad about all of this Lonzo update.
in an ideal world, this is like the week where you're really starting to ramp it up, get him
Yeah.
in full contact drills,
True.
you know, start to either practice him with Windy City or with the team. And he's not doing that yet. So I think even if they start to do that on Monday, which seems unlikely, you know, that's not looking good for that 8-week window.
Yeah, and his conditioning is the one that you more concerned about than
Exactly.
you were Caruso's or Williams because
That's a great
it's
point.
me. So he's going to need some extra time to get the conditioning, I think. So, but still in the window. Still in
Connor
window.
from the comments saying, so you're saying there's a
There's
chance.
a chance, Connor.
That's-
There's a
What was
chance.
all that 1 in a million talk? I was promised Lonzo Ball. I am at my
man.
wit's end, you guys.
Yes, he's all right. It's
These-
all right, man. It's
these,
all right.
These late night tips this week. and
The
this-
Bulls are winning tonight.
Yeah.
So you'll be all right. They're going to win tonight. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh my God!
Will
I
it
wrote
into
Suns
existence.
-5.5 hard.
Hard.
Wrote it hard.
With a D, with a capital D
Yeah.
on the end. Good job. Proud of you.
A couple other just quick hits with injuries. Zach Lavine and Caruso both not even listed on the injury report.
Beautiful.
Zach was listed probable yesterday. Any word about that from Billy?
Basically, they just didn't say that they're not playing. So
Cool.
it sounds like they're full go. They're both experiencing pain. They're both not 100%, but are going to play through it.
And then on the Sun side of things, Chris Paul, we know, out long time for that thumb injury he's had. Cameron Johnson out with a quad. And we just got this update maybe an hour or so ago. Jay Crowder was questionable tonight. He out of there too with a groin injury. So a little bit of help for the Bulls
Absolutely.
there. And they need it because let's take a look at the most recent NBA Eastern Conference standings, shall we?
Oh, let's do it
Heading
together
into
as a
tonight's
group.
action.
That's a group.
There you see it with the loss to Utah on Wednesday, coupled with the Celtics win. The Bulls have slid to fifth, half a game behind Boston. Bye, Cody.
Bye, Cody.
Congrats
Bye, Cody.
to your Illini.
Yay.
Man, I wish y'all could have seen Cody Del Mendo watching the last 10 minutes of that Illini game here.
Was
at
it
our-
like looking at
our
yourself?
West Loop Studios?
Was it like watching
I was like, oh, is that what I look like? to other
This is March.
Actually, I thought he was a little calmer than you. You know, it wasn't, things
didn't-
weren't being thrown.
He didn't break anything.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I wasn't concerned about the health and well-being of others around him. So that's the difference in that, man. But hey, you're growing. You're growing.
I am evolving.
You're growing. I'm proud of you.
So, you know, and there's a lot of NBA action on the slate tonight. Many games that have implications in these Eastern standings. The Hawks, surprisingly, have a comfortable lead over the Grizzlies halfway through the fourth quarter right now. Deadlock, 102-102, Cavs Nuggets late fourth quarter. Really, come on, Nuggets. We could use you there. And the Sixers did pull out a win over the Mavs.
Yeah.
So that 3 seed
And
is looking further and further away.
The Raptors are also up 2 on the Lakers with 3 minutes to go here. So,
oh my God,
that's another one where, if the Cavs and Raptors win tonight and the Bulls lose, that margin for the play-in tournament is now 1 game.
1 game.
So these games are mattering and mattering fast.
Oh, that Monday game is going to be
Shout out to our pal Mark
Monday
K,
against the Raptors is a playoff game.
Yes, it
who
is.
predicted
You heard it here
this
first.
potential situation playing out with the Bulls sliding into the play-in scenario a month ago. And Bulls fans were like, what are you talking about, Mark K? And he was like, have you seen their schedule? And now here we are. Oh, dear God.
They'll be Phoenix.
Oh.
They'll win.
Dave, talk to us about PointsBet.
Oh, he needs joy in his life.
Why?
That's what he needs.
I need something.
Oh, he needs joy in his life. That's what he needs. Even after coming off of celebrating a birthday, and happy birthday again to you,
Thank you, sir.
Even after coming off celebrating that birthday, that man still wants to put some money down.
He
wants to put it down on PointsBet app. And you all can do that too, because it's the best way to support CHGO is downloading that PointsBet app and using that code CHGO when you sign up. And if you do that right now, you'll get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. But that's not it. No. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you will receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of the web content, and you'll even get a free shirt of your choice from that CHGO locker. So many great choices there. You can't go wrong with either one. That's $2,000 in free bets, free CHGO membership, free t-shirt from the CHGO locker, all for making a $50 first-time deposit at PointsBet. And introducing PointsBet new feature, y'all, live college basketball, same game parlay. Woo! For the first time ever, there it is. You can build the perfect live same game parlay only with PointsBet. Combine your favorite bets anytime during the game. And if you want more, because I know you do, that's for Joey, you can also boost your live same game parlay. You can watch live, parlay live, and boost live with PointsBet. And now you can sign up in Illinois right at home. You don't have to go out in this crap weather that is happening right now. What the hell is going on?
It was 70 yesterday.
Come on.
It's freezing today.
Oh, Chicago, I still love you. But you can sign up, download that PointsBet app right now, and register your account from start to finish, all from your phone. Plus, during PointsBet's March Madness, all users can earn up to $100 in free bets. During each round, just place a $50 pregame wager and get a free $20 live bet to be used for that round. So what are you waiting for? Because, y'all, once the game starts, you don't just bet. Tell them what they do, Will Gottlieb.
All together.
You live your bet life
life.
with PointsBet. Hit me one time, Joey.
I thought this was America. Huh?
Nope, it worked.
It is America, where you can gamble on sports.
There are no mistakes.
Hold on, I got one more for you.
All right, come on.
I'm Ricky Bobby. If you don't chew Big Red, then you.
I'm Big Dave. If you don't use PointsBet to bet, F you.
Oh, my goodness. So Alonzo in the comments say, hey, that CHGO promo code is legit. We told you it was.
Yeah.
And he said, help me build my first parlay. I got you.
Congratulations, Zoe.
I got you.
Congratulations.
Me and Cody were 1 assist and 1 rebound shy on our Wednesday Bulls Jazz parlay. So you know what I did?
What'd you do?
Like MJ said in the facts on March 18th, I came right back, y'all. Came right back with another same game parlay for tonight. Bulls Suns. Here we go. 5 legs. I'm taking Devin Booker over 28.5. Dropped 38 on us last time round. They're a little shorthanded. 28.5 seems like a gimme.
I see that.
Kobe White over 8.5 points because I need it from you, Kobe.
Come on, Kobe.
Please, I need it. Give me 8.5 over on Kobe. Io, 3.5 assists. I'm taking the over on that. Campaign. Yes, that's right. Campaign is in my same game parlay at over 7.5 assists.
Over?
What did I just tell
baby.
y'all? Over the last 10 games, Campaign averaging 9.8 assists.
Pretty good.
Wild. Bulls defense, still struggling a little bit. Give me Campaign assists.
All right.
And finally, just to round it out and make it a nice big old 5-legger, I'm taking Vooch, just 8+ rebounds. Not even asking 10 of him tonight, 8+.
All right.
Those odds, originally 900, use that awesome PointsBet daily booster to make it a nice round plus 1,000 for that 5-leg same game parlay.
You needed those
at
good odds
PointsBet.
for, what was it, 7.5 assists from Campaign?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
You need plus 1,000 on
Yes.
that.
and I also took the Suns minus 5.5.
Oh, yes. That's what he's going to do, even though the Bulls are going to win tonight.
The emotional hedge.
He can't help. He's got to do it, man.
If I got to watch the Bulls get rocked tonight, I want to at least win some money. The worst scenario, of course, is they lose, but the Suns don't cover, which is what happened last time when Malcolm Hill decided to be the best basketball player on the floor for 45
You will
pointless
never
seconds.
let this go.
Malcolm-
Yeah, is he starting this
Malcolm
game?
Hill,
I feel
I am
like
still mad at you, sir. Still, bless your heart for trying. You're trying to prove a point and earn yourself a spot out there. But what the hell was that?
That's not how you do. You don't do it on my parlay. That's not what you do. You brought up Kobe White, man.
Yeah.
And I've been talking a lot about him, and I'm going to continue to because I don't like what I'm seeing so far as his inconsistency. He had found a nice groove. He really did after coming back off that injury, and especially those last 7 games leading into the All-Star break. But after that All-Star break, it's just been completely inconsistent with him as far as his scoring is concerned. Like, he has not even touched 20 points since coming back from the All-Star break. And he was touching it all the time. He was playing with it. It was fun. But, oh, my goodness, man. Like, it's either 15 or it's 9 or it's 13 or it's 3. You know, and I like the game when he had 9 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. That's cool. That's showing his versatility and his growth, you know what I'm saying, being in this league. But the Bulls need him to be the bucket getter. They need him to be that guy. Now, he came out like that last game early on. You know, he hit a couple of threes. Mm-hmm. He was looking good and kind of fizzled out. He scored 8 quick points and then immediately fizzled out. And we didn't really hear from him again. I think he ended up with 12, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, man, I really need him to get back to being that guy. We need him to be that guy tonight if they're going to have any chance.
It's that consistency that we've talked about with him and really this team as a whole.
Fair.
Like, they just have been on some nights where DeMar's really carrying you and you're getting 20 off the bench from Kobe and I was playing great and Zach's chipping in. Or you have nights where everybody's just kind of cold. And you need to have some consistency. You need to have one like steady offensive driving force.
Yes.
Of course, guys are going to have cold shooting nights, but you need to have your other, you know, the Vucevic's of the world and, you know, Caruso to step in when the other guys are cold. And we just haven't seen that enough consistency-wise lately.
I agree.
Guys, let's journey back to February 7th, shall we, and take a look at that Bulls-Suns matchup from last month. 127-124 was the final. It was not that close.
Tell people why, Matt.
Because both coaches waved their respective flags, you know, a victory flag and a surrendering flag, and put in their scrubs. And then the Bulls scrubs scored, like they went on like a pointless 12-0 run in the final 90 seconds. But you see there, Booker, as I mentioned, 38 points, fairly efficient night from him. CP3 doing his thing with 19 and 11. The Bulls got 70 from DeMar and Zach. And lost. And really, it was not close.
Yeah.
They did not get a whole lot of help. I want to say that they got 12 or 13 from Kobe off the bench, but that was pretty much it when it came to help for DeMar and Zach.
Yeah, and it feels like that's how it had been leading up to that point. And it was crazy watching that because it didn't matter what DeMar or what Zach did. As soon as that ball went into the bucket, they were taking it right back the other way immediately. And the execution that they were running with, I mean, it was pick your poison from anybody on that team. It didn't matter who was going to get it. And their bench and their rotations, just everything is so set and so completely professional. And you got to credit Chris Paul, you know, with that kind of thing because he's always been that kind of player, you know, as far as bringing that professionalism to them. He did it at OKC when Billy Donovan was there as well. With that super young team, still had them at a 6 seed. Nobody expected that.
He's really good. And, yeah, I mean, they have somehow been able to not only stay afloat, but play some of their best basketball without him.
True.
And it's a testament to the coaching. It's a testament to how good Chris Paul has been, the development there of the young players. Mikal Bridges is like turning into somebody who can like drive offense, which is like wild to think about. Yeah, the Bulls are going to have to try to match them scoring wise. But the Suns are a great defensive team too. I mean, Vucevic-Ayton is going to be a really interesting matchup for me where, you know, I would love to do some digging into this, but it seems like Vuce has bad games against those bigger sort of centers that can stick with him in the post. And when he's unwilling to shoot these threes, Mark K wrote a good piece about it today on the website, allchgo.com. Go check it out. When he's unwilling to shoot, it really cramps the floor. It just changes the whole geometry of the offense. And, where these points are coming from. And he is not having a good shooting year, but he needs to continue to shoot so that it opens up the floor and it brings Ayton away from the rim. We saw the same thing with Gobert, where they just couldn't get Gobert out of the paint.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, you can't drive, you can't get to the free throw line.
Yeah.
Just
Quickly, you're right in everything you're saying, and he has to continue taking those, but he's got to hit like 1 or 2 of those too, man. You can't go 0 for 6 like out there either, man.
Vooch was 0 for 3 from behind the three-point line in this previous game against the Suns. Ayton really struggled in that Bulls-Suns game last month. Underwhelming, 13-9, played just 23 minutes and fouled out. So, speaking of getting Ayton out of his comfort zone a little bit, maybe the Bulls can pull him away from the paint and get him into some early foul trouble.
That would be awesome.
Or, try to establish Vooch and maybe draw some fouls going to work in the post. Either way, get Ayton into some foul trouble, please.
Yes, man.
Because I will be totally content if we can hold him to 13-9 and fouling out again. Yeah. That's great.
I love watching him play too, man. His touch around the rim is so special to watch.
It's nice. What else we need tonight? We need Ayo to remember how poorly he played the last time they played the Suns and be like, you know what? No, this was marked on my calendar. I got to do better, and I will do better. Ayo, in 33 minutes against the Suns last month, managed just 2 points on 1 of 7 and a bagel in the assist column.
Oh, that's not good at all. And obviously not having Chris Paul out there is going to help him a lot. Going against Cameron Payne, no disrespect, but he's not Chris Paul. I'm going to say that nicely. So it might be a little bit.
I don't think anybody's taking offense to that.
Nobody? Okay, good. But I think that's important. And I really want Kobe White to have this game, man. And Chris Paul is one of his mentors. You know what I mean? He wants to play well for him as well. You remember that last game when Chris Paul did that classic rip through on Kobe White, and when he looked at him, he just pointing to his brain like, you got to think, man. You got to remember that stuff. Hopefully he's learned some of those lessons and he can apply them here tonight.
I'm also curious to see the Mikal Bridges, DeMar DeRozan matchup.
Ooh.
Bridges is one of the league's best wing defenders. And if they're able to guard DeMar one-on-one, that really changes where the Bulls are getting their offense. They can't draw these double teams, get the ball out of DeMar's hands, and now you're playing 4-on-3. So that's going to be a really interesting matchup as well. And then I would imagine Iowa will start on Devin Booker. Yeah. But we'll see.
I can see that. Yeah, for sure.
Io did have himself a little bit of foul trouble when these teams played back on February 7th. Guys, you know who's really good?
Who's this, man?
The Phoenix Suns. Take a look at just some of the simplest versions of looking at just how good they are this season. 56-14 with a plus 8.2 net rating. They have the league's third best offensive rating, second best defensive rating. Wow. Look how impressive that assist to turnover ratio is. Also second best in the league. They're shooting well all over the floor. Lead league in field goal percentage, 6th in the NBA in percentage behind the three-point line, and they are the only team as of tonight that have already punched their ticket to the NBA playoffs. This
wild.
Team is bonkers. And as you said, Dave, the craziest part may be this absence of Chris Paul. And they're like, yeah, we got this. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. So they have dropped a couple, but
since Chris Paul went out is like 5 points per possession higher. It's so absurd.
Insane,
how?
Their defense has fallen off a little bit.
What voodoo magic is campaign working with? I don't understand it.
Man, and another guy you've been touching on and mentioning now, Devin Booker. We saw last game when they played the Bulls, man, just how much different he is. I mean, the scoring is still there, but it's just controlled now, and it's much smarter now.
He gets it. I think it just takes time. Very similar narrative to Zach's career as
I was about to say, this is the same thing. The whole empty stats argument. Get them along the right get a real team around them.
And you put, exactly. You put a real team around him, you start to see some playoff success. And all of a sudden, now they still have that scoring. They still have that shooting. They can come off those pin downs and get those mid-range shots whenever they want.
Yes.
But now they're starting to understand how defenses guard them, who the open man is, where the help is coming from. And it just completely changes the way that they are able to dominate the game when they just can see everything happen a step ahead.
Very true. Very true.
You know what else I want to see happen tonight? Can we contain JaVale McGee? Remember that monster game that JaVale had off the bench for them?
Yes, he did.
JaVale's good, man.
16-8. In like 20 minutes.
NBA champion, gold medalist.
Yes, man.
Oh, my God.
It's wild how that has kind of calmed him.
Talk about narrative shifting. I mean, he was like the crown. What is it? The clown prince of
Clown
the
Prince
NBA.
of yes,
And now
Shaq
he's,
the Fool legend.
That one
Shaq and the Fool
iconic
legend.
shot of him running the wrong way down the court that he will. It was like one of the original Shaqtin' a Fools.
I actually remember I was at a Bulls game on St. Patrick's Day like
Ooh.
years ago.
All right,
when he was
flex.
on the Wizards.
Yeah.
Sitting up in the 300s, watching him try to go for a triple-double and doing some absolutely silly stuff, trying to get his blocks and rebounds.
Yeah,
it was
man.
hilarious.
See, now he's at a point in his career where that silly stuff is few and far between that you can actually say, oh, JaVale. You know, when
And the
he
tools
does
are
one of
still
them.
there. I mean, he's like 7'3". He can protect the rim. He can jump. Like he's a good player.
Didn't he hit a 3 against us? Like,
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But shout out to him for getting it together. You know what I mean? And kind of calming it down and getting it together. Winning does that kind of thing.
Dude, we just got a quick little update from Alec in the comments here, letting us know that the Cavs game and the Raptors game are both headed to overtime.
100 miles an hour.
Come on. Lakers, if you do one useful thing this season, please beat Toronto. I know that's asking a lot because you have a trash basketball team
Yes.
that Mr. Trash himself, LeBron James, assembled, and now he's pouty about how it's not working out. And I get so much joy out of that, and thank you for that. Please beat Toronto. I beg of you.
It would be nice, you know what I'm saying, to do that, to accompany that with the Bulls' victory that we're going to get this evening.
Look at that.
We'll talk
it,
about it
Dave.
after the game, but I went from basically on Monday being like the second seed, the third seed are
Yes,
still in reach.
yes.
And now like this is literally we're looking at potentially being one game out of the play-in tournament.
This I knew it was bad because Will had to pull me to the side, you know what I'm saying, to get some of what I've been giving Matt, you know what I'm saying, the whole time I've known him.
I need a little
What do you mean,
optimistic.
Athletic Greens?
No. Yes. Tasty and delicious. Make sure y'all get on down with the Athletic Greens, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, Will was like, man, dude,
Talk me
you
off
have
the
to-
ledge.
Talking them off the ledge, putting them on the couch. I'm telling you, I need the on the couch graphic, Joey. I need it. I need my on the couch graphic. But yes, it's all right.
What are
tonight.
what are the chances of Matty Legend making an appearance tonight? Asks 37
Oh,
cycles.
oh! Listen, he comes in the game.
Garbage time.
I'm snapping. I don't know if wait, is that a good thing if we see him? Because that means it could be one of two
No.
things. The Bulls are up by 20 or they're down by 40.
They're not up by 20. The only way the Bulls are letting Matty Legend out onto the floor tonight is if it's the fourth quarter and the game is over and it's because the Suns are up big. I'm
telling
sorry.
you,
I'm a realist. That's what's happening.
It's going to be awesome, man. DeMar's going to have a big night. Zach's going to have a big night. Kobe's going to do his thing. Vooch is going to give you that double-double, man. It's going to be a nice win for these Bulls out here, man. We're going to finish this off with a bang. Meathead hours.
I love that.
I am dismissing all logic.
We'll come back here and talk about what actually happens as part of postgame. One more real quick reminder. Will mentioned it before. If you haven't signed up for a membership with us here at CHGO yet, what are you waiting for? You do it. You do it. You do it now. Exclusive content, including all of our Bulls coverage from Will, our pal Mark K, my weekly pecking order columns, plus all of our other Chicago teams and the great people we have at CHGO here covering them. Plus, you get a free T-shirt. And if you do it the way of just signing up at PointsBet and putting in $50 or more on that first deposit, you'll get a free membership at CHGO.
Free.
Plus the free bets.
That sounds awesome.
That's the best way to do it.
And
Yes,
the
it
shirt.
is. And
The shirt.
That
So
Sky
do it,
shirt, baby.
And then we'll all go watch Bulls Suns, and we'll come back and talk about how our parlay hit
Yeah.
is happening.
Except for
Put
the
the
victory.
positive vibes into the atmosphere.
Yes.
Lonzo, please get better. I beg you.
We're waiting, Lonzo. We're waiting, man. We're waiting.
Enjoy Bulls Suns. Myself, Matt, Big Dave, and Will. We'll see y'all here for postgame right here on the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. See red, y'all. Let's go.